Hello and welcome to episode 7 of the Oldham Athletic Save. This is actually a half-season review, or almost a half-season review. We've kind of gone past the halfway mark, but rather than a full season, just because I haven't been getting through the seasons quite as quickly, between Versus 4 and other things, getting in the way with real life, so I figured I would bring you another update a little bit sooner than the last one this time. But as things currently stand, we're in 7th place, which is actually pretty tremendous, after 19 games on 34 points. First thing we're going to do, though, let's go meet the team. Okay, here we are with the lineup, still using the slightly isometric 4-3-3, albeit a bit narrow at the moment, just based on who I have. But up front, as you know, we didn't really do any signings. Deschamps has been our main man since he came in a couple of seasons ago, from Rennes too. And yeah, he's doing alright. Like I say, he doesn't score a massive number of goals. And he's possibly not been that standout this season either, but I think overall he's going to have a better season than he did last. Leonardo, of course, our other number one striker. He is our top scorer at the moment, but with only 8 goals, and I think that's kind of one of the problems with us. We don't score enough. Behind them, Holmes, you know about. He's a product of the youth team who won't be with us much longer, to be honest. He's not going to stay beyond the end of the season, I don't think. Although apparently he's got another 2 years on contract. Yeah, I've got him. There we go. I've got him listed. And apparently Northampton want him on loan. Well, that's fine. But yeah, he's not sticking around. Behind Leonardo, we've got Darren Reed. Darren Reed's... I've tried to play him a little bit this season. I don't think he's going to necessarily reach his full potential or indeed be quite the goal scorer I was hoping for. But he's had 3 starts with 8 sub-appearances, 2 goals and 1 assist, and an average rating of 6.85. So, yeah... not really quite become the player I'd hoped for. Behind him, Simmons, we've got him still out on loan. He is, of course, not staying around. He's still got 1 year left on his contract, but he does not feature at all. He is on the list, I believe, but as yet, we've not been able to sell him. And behind him is James McAtee. Now, I tried playing James McAtee a bit more this season, but I realised that I probably stunted his development by, well, not playing him enough, to be honest with you. If you look historically, last couple of seasons, albeit our first 2 Premiership seasons, you know, he hasn't really started enough games, and he started to look alright on 12 games there, but like I say, it's not been ideal. So McAtee, again, not going to be with us all that much longer. So if you look at right wing, this has been my signing of the season. I will go into the signings, but this is Adam Hlozek. You probably know who he is. I actually brought him in from Atletico Madrid, who'd bought him from Sparta Prague, which is, of course, where he starts in game. But yeah, only 1.1 million, an absolute bargain. As I say, he's been up there with the goals. He's got 18 starts, 6 goals, 3 assists, average rating 7.17. He's been doing very well for us. Very happy with that. And behind him, of course, is Skov Olsen, who had a half-decent season last season. He's not... in fairness, he struggled to get past Hlozek. He's had 2 starts, 8 sub-appearances, 2 goals and 1 assist, an average rating 7.2. So he's not doing bad either. But, yeah, Hlozek maybe just edging him out. But like I say, it's nice to actually have some quality depth in that position at the moment. So, moving down to central midfield, Borkiewicz, you know about, he came in last season. He's continuing to be a solid performer. 18 starts, 1 goal, 1 assist. And behind him, Glauco, of course. You know the story of Glauco. And the thing is, I think I'm probably going to be spending the 20 million on him because he's great. He's having a wonderful time. Doesn't get a massive number of goals or assists, even though he is a deep line playmaker and he's probably our key playmaker. But he plays very well. He's the man who assists the assist, if that makes sense. But anyway, 23 starts, 1 goal, 2 assists, average rating 7.4 is pretty good, and he's still developing. So, in fact, where are we? Progress. He's had a wee bit of a dip there, but on the whole, he's been doing pretty well. So, yeah. Once he reaches 50 games, which I don't think is quite yet, I think we might hit it by the end of the season. But anyway, I think, yeah, we're probably going to be ending up spending the money in him saying, but there's interesting news on that as well, which I'd actually forgotten about, because it's been a couple of days since I played. Central midfield Nkunku, obviously he was here last season, he had a half-decent season, he's continuing to be just as good. 16 starts, 2 sub-appearances, 2 goals, 3 assists, average rating of 7.01. Yeah. And as you can see, he did alright for us last year as well. Came in for 11 million. Solid, reliable player. Squad player rather than, top choice. But like I say, we do lack a little bit of depth in the central midfield at the moment. Defensive midfield. Oh, look, Glauco. There we go. He shouldn't have been in there. Glauco is defensive midfield. You know about him. Kenner is a new guy. Nohan Kenner. He came in. We'll talk about this in a bit. He came in from Leeds for 31 million. Bit of a pricey buy for me, but we wanted another half-decent defensive midfielder. And again, he's not done badly. He plays more as Segundo Volante, and I do sometimes play two defensive midfielders, so he does all right. But he can play in central defence quite happily. And 10 starts, 1 assist, 7.17 average rating. So, not bad. Behind him is Oliver Skipp. He was a bit of a reactionary buy, and I wish I hadn't bothered. But that being said, he's had 12 appearances, 3 assists, and average rating of 7.01 in the league. Overall, 7 and 7, 6.95, only 3 assists. But yeah, he was a bit of a. I bought him at the same time as I bought Kenner, and I didn't think I was going to get Kenner, was part of the problem, and so Skipp was who I was going to get instead of Kenner, and I ended up getting them both. But mistakes on my part. Still didn't get another left back. It's still Rico Henry, who has been with us now for 3 seasons. And he's not doing too bad. 18 starts, 1 goal, 3 assists, 7.08 average rating. So he's doing a bit better than he's done in previous seasons. And he is pretty much first choice. Behind him, of course, is Josh Wilson-Esbrand. Yeah, we signed him last season for about 190 grand. From Breda. Oh, sorry, no, from City. But he's never quite. Yeah, he's not quite first choice left back, should we say. So, central defence, Godfrey Nabat. He came last season from Leicester, having come there from Norwich. And again, he's pretty much continuing what he did last season. 19 starts, 2 goals, 7.01 average rating. He did average rating overall of 7.02 last season. But yeah, very reliable. Done a good job. Behind him, Worrell, you know about. He's been here for a while. He's heading towards his usefulness, or the end of his usefulness, should I say. But still, 18 starts, 1 goal, 7.06 average rating. So, say what you will about Joe Worrell, he is reliable, even if he's not necessarily number 1 choice. Oliver Skipp is behind those 2 gentlemen, who is actually a defensive midfielder and a central midfielder and a central defender as well. Albeit he should probably be in there, really. There's Skippy. There he is. Riyadh. So, that looks a bit neater. Yeah. Rather than in here, and he shouldn't be in central defence. So, Kenner, we already told you about, he plays central defence, as well as defensive midfield. Vandal or Not has been still getting a regular number of games, 6 starts, 6 sub appearances, average rating 6.90. Useful defender. Again, he's not really got a future at the club. I did have him up for loan, but I'm going to try and sell him on ultimately. But he has been playing right back for us as well as centre half. But yeah, his progress has taken a dip lately, but he's not done too bad. Like I say, we still need maybe another top class centre half. Montgomery, I intended to play him more this season. As you can see, he is making improvements, if you will. But he ended up going out on loan again to Birmingham. Yes, Birmingham, bearing in mind, only went up last season. So he is playing in a Premiership, but obviously, and he's actually not doing too badly. But I think as soon as his loan's up with Birmingham, because it is one that can't be cancelled, unfortunately, he will be coming back to play a role in the first team, especially with the improvements he's made. He's as good as Worrell at this point. And behind them is Benjamin Kubelik, and I actually sent him on a free, which again we will go into. Centre half, he needs some work. He's got a lot of potential, but he needs some work. So don't know what's going to happen with him. Maybe he'll go somewhere, maybe he won't. But we've got him on the development list at the moment. We've obviously got him in training. We'll see what happens. But he has promise. Right back, we brought in Jayden Bogle for 32.5 million. Yeah, he cost us a bit from Brighton. Brighton obviously getting relegated, but he's done well. He's been pretty solid. He's the decent right back I was after. He had a bit of a dip in his progress there, but he's back on the up. I mean, I'm not expecting to see too much more in the way of development from him, but I'm hoping it will stay around this sort of 4.5 star level, as it were. But as you can see, decent physicals, decent mentals, and for what he's doing, he's a decent pick. So quite happy with that. Behind him, of course, you know about Peter Duda. Again, he's gone out on loan again. Wasn't really going to get enough starts, so I don't think his loan, though, has gone very well. No, it hasn't. He hasn't kicked a ball yet for Rotherham. He did make an appearance for us last season, of course, but like I say, he needs development, and that development loan is not working. That's them. Now, this is the interesting part. Obviously, you remember Kremlin was our number one goalkeeper, and Reisiger started to develop and kept him out. Well, Reisiger we brought in at the end of his contract on a free, having had him on loan for last season. And like I say, he sort of broke into the first team and kind of took over a little bit from Kremlin. Well, like I say, we signed him, but we also signed another number one goalkeeper, and he has been superb. He's a regen. He's Lucas Romero. He's Argentinian. We paid 16 million for him from Belgrano in Argentina, and he's brilliant. He's really, really good. I mean, you can already see in terms of his goalkeeping abilities, mental and physicals, they're all pretty solid. The only thing that kind of lets him down, I would say, is his tendency to punch, which is 15. That's, you know, you don't necessarily want it that high, but I mean, his eccentricity is very low. You know what I mean? He's got great reflexes, good one-on-ones. He's a decent keeper. He's certainly, you know, a decent Premiership player. Yeah, Premier Division level, and he could improve by a slight amount, but as long as we don't lose him, I think he's going to be with us for a little while. I really do. He's managed 9 clean sheets already, though he has obviously conceded 21, but still 9 clean sheets is not bad at all. So yeah, very happy with him. He's probably my signing of the season. I'd be winning a bet by the end of the season. He will also get the award for Young Player of the Season, so we'll see. But that's basically the squad. I'm going to go into the transfers, and we'll take a look at that. Okay, so as you can see, we have spent a total of 89 million this season, which was a little bit more than we had in the budget. We only had about 60 odd. But we've brought in about 3.5 million, or raised about 3.5 million. But we'll go look at people we bought. I've ordered them by the amount spent. Jaden Bogle was the most expensive at 32.5 million. You've already met him. Lucas Romero, second on 16 million. But Adam Hlozek, like I say, bargain buy of the season, 1.1 million. And I don't really get it, because honestly, he was doing all right. That was his season at Atletico Madrid. 20 starts, 6 goals, 2 assists, 3 player of the match, 7.08 for Atletico Madrid. He was obviously doing pretty well. So to be able to sign him for 1.1 million, to me, is just an absolute steal. As you can see, he's done all right for us. So very, very happy with that. Oliver Skipp came in from West Brom, 8.5 million. Again, bought him from the team that were getting relegated because we need another sort of defensive midfielder, and also because I didn't think I was going to get Kenny at 31 million. I thought that was in order of fee. It's not, is it? There we go. Because Kenny's second at 31 million, with Romero third, Skipp fourth, Hlozek fifth, and then Kubelik, as you know, is a free transfer, as was Reisiger. So not a massive number of people in, but certainly a decent amount of money spent. In obviously trying to sort of raise the overall quality level of the squad. In terms of people going out, obviously James Norris went to Sheffield Wednesday. Sheffield Wednesday bought 3 of our players, actually. James Norris, who is a left back or complete wing back. I wasn't playing wing backs. I did at the start of this season, but nevertheless he went for. He joined us for free, managed 25 games, and like I say, Sheffield Wednesday bought him. For 2 million, so 2 million profit. He could still be doing a job for us, I think. I'm going to scout him, but nevertheless, he is done. Corey Gunter, who we remember, he also went there. He's not done too badly, but he didn't play for us much last season. He certainly did quite well in his first season in the Premiership. They bought him because he's an experienced Premiership player, but I don't think he's done a great job for him. Alfie Jones went to West Brom. I was sad to let Alfie go. Alfie's been with us a little while. He was my favourite signing way back when in League Bet 1. And, he's not done too bad, but obviously he's just not quite up to being a Premiership player. So he moved on to West Brom, who, of course, in the Championship. Kremelu went to Sheffield Wednesday also, 400,000. Again, he wasn't up to scratch, really. He did all right for us in the Championship. I mean, he didn't actually do that bad in the Premiership, really, but he's done terrible, unfortunately, for Sheffield Wednesday, which goes to show it's probably more about their defence than anything else, so poor old Kremelu. But behind them we have Thomas Aguero. He went to Cosenza for 100 grand. Again, he'd not done bad, but he was only brought in as a backup player, and he only played a couple of games for us, so he didn't really make his mark. And after that, it's just all freebies. David Garnett to Bromley, Gelhardt to Rotherham, Danny Molina onto Cadiz. Poor old Danny, he'd been with us a while. He actually did quite well for us in the Championship, but couldn't quite live up to that in the Premiership, so he's moved on. Dima, that guy, Dima, who I couldn't remember his name last time. I brought him in, tried to get him a work permit, never could. And so he was constantly out on loan, and he never got a game for us, basically. So off he went, unfortunately. Behind him, Murdoch went to Arbroath. Walter Nichetti went to FC Wimbledon on loan. Montgomery is with Birmingham on loan. Mzikaize Majoro, he is at Real Salt Lake on loan. He is our hottest of hot prospects, certainly according to the club information. We brought him in on a free, yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, we brought him in on a free anyway. He does have a decent amount of potential. But like I say, he's not obviously up to playing in the Premiership yet. But one of our development players, so he's out on loan. As is Peter Duda, another of our development players. I'm hoping once he finishes this loan now, I'm going to start picking him in the first team a little bit more. But yeah, that is the transfers. So yeah, this is what I was talking about. Even though we had no money after all that money I spent on transfers and all the rest of it, we just recently got bought over by a consortium. It kind of came out of the blue. You do often see, I've noticed in this edition of Football Manager, certainly at the start of the season, rumours about a takeover, absolute rubbish or whatever the phrase is. But this actually happened. They've put some money in the bank, not a massive amount, but we'll go have a look at that now. So yeah, as mentioned, this new buyout, they pumped a little bit of money in. We've now got 36 million in the bank, which, after all the money I'd spent, we were over the wage budget. We had no transfer budget, and we were down at sort of, minus 15 million. But as you can see, they put some money in the bank, which is great. They haven't put a massive amount in the transfer budget. They only gave us sort of just under 3 million. Not sure what I'm going to do with that, if anything, this season. I think I'll leave it be. But they have upped the wage budget a bit, which was great. So I'm certainly going to meet the club vision of doing the working within the wage budget. But I just wanted to share with you, if you remember, end of last season, make the most of set pieces was not very good. I've turned that around. They're now pleased, and we're doing a better job of that. But part of the other reason for coming on here is obviously I've been making request after request after request to the board. We've had a trial day, we've got new affiliate clubs, but we've been improving the facilities season on season, and there's yet more being done now. So if we actually have a look at the facilities here, as you can see, stadium condition is good. It did get expanded, as you know. Pitch condition is very good. We've got excellent training facilities now, and we also have excellent data analysis facilities, which are also going to improve. Youth facilities are average, but they are obviously being worked on, should improve. Youth level is now 3. That's come down. It was 4 last season, so that's an improvement. But we have exceptional academy coaching, which is great, and but only adequate youth recruitment. So again, looking to build on those to obviously improve our ability to develop in-house as much as possible. But there's actually one thing I wanted to mention. In terms of our coaching team, we've got a pretty solid coaching team for the division. Even though we are obviously not the richest or the biggest club, we have in some areas the best training in defence, attack, fitness, mental, technical, which is great, just absolutely fantastic. Same can't be said about our recruitment and medical staff, but still, It's a great place to be with the coaching team. So yeah, so as I say, I don't know what that means money-wise for the start of next season. Could be exciting, could be a big budget, but we'll see. It all kind of depends. Okay, let's take a look at our results thus far. This is the schedule, of course. Started out, first game of the season, away at Sheffield Wednesday and won 1-0. Michael Deschamps getting the goal in 59 minutes. After that, it's Huddersfield at home, which we won 4-0. Hlozek, Deschamps and Nkunku getting 2. So, fairly serious there. Huddersfield, of course, they've been a bit yo-yo. They came back up and they stayed in the Premiership, but they're 16th currently. So, still some work to do for them. After the Huddersfield, we faced off at home against Birmingham, beat them 2-1, goals from Hlozek and Ben Godfrey. And after that, we lost away at Arsenal, only 1-0, which wasn't bad. But obviously, you know, 3 wins out of 4 games was very nice. September, not quite as great. Did well against Newcastle, getting a 2-0 win, goals from Hlozek and Worrell. But we drew against Bournemouth, which was a bit unfortunate. In fact, the only goal we got on there was an own goal from one of their players. And then immediately after that, we went away to Sheffield United and lost. I should mention, we were playing a slightly different formation. Let's have a look. It's in the stats, isn't it? There we go. Yeah, there we go. We're playing 2 at the back. Wing-backs as opposed to full-backs, if you will. And 2 defensive midfielders and 1 central midfielder. Leonardo's playing out left as a Raumdeuter, which he didn't really like, to be fair. He was hit and miss, put it that way. But this got us a few decent results. But I have obviously reverted back to the familiar formation that I've been using before that. So, because, like I say, it was a little bit hit and miss. So, after the Sheffield United game, we managed a 3-1 home win against Crystal Palace. Leonardo getting 2 and Skov Olsen getting 1. And then we drew away with Man United, which actually was pretty good. Deschamps getting on the score sheet and Ake getting an own goal, bringing it level. But after that, we lost at home to Tottenham 2-1 with McAtee the only scorer for us. November started off a bit sticky, a 1-1 draw with Southampton. That was Darren Reed's first goal of the season. And then, of course, a 3-0 home thrashing, no less, against Chelsea. Bounced back after that, though. We had a 3-2 away win against West Ham, which, again, we weren't expected to do. And we got 2 from Leonardo and 1 from Rico Henry. And I think at that point, yeah, we moved back to our slightly isometric formation. So, obviously, you know, what we were more comfortable with. After that, 1-0 home win against Fulham. Darren Reed getting the only goal there. Disappointing result against City. 3-2 loss away. I say disappointing result. I felt like we could have done slightly better, but we had the best of it up until half-time. And, yeah, as you can see, statistically speaking, they were all over us, so they did deserve the win. But nevertheless, it was nice to get 2 goals against them. After that, we beat Wolves at home 3-1. Wolves, of course, doing pretty well this season. Leonardo scored, Hlozek and Ben Godfrey. After that, another stunning result, 3-1 away against Liverpool. Leonardo getting 2 and Glauco getting 1. And then after that, a home win, 1-0 against Leicester with Deschamps scoring. And of course, our last match was against Everton. It was a 1-1 draw. Skov Olsen scoring in the 86th minute to save it. But we had better shots, but not so much shots on target. So it was one of those unfortunate results. But yeah, better than loss, I would suggest. And that brings us up to today's game, which is away at Tottenham. We are not favourites. Tottenham are 1-3 favourites. But again, on our day, we can put in a decent enough performance that allows us to beat the likes of Liverpool. So let's not rule it out, but that is today's match. As far as our performance is concerned in other competitions, the Carabao Cup, we're actually still in it. We're not doing too badly. Second round, should I say, or first round for us, was an away win against Leicester, Hlozek scoring. We then beat Arsenal in the third round on penalties away from home. But as you can see, all of our games have been away from home thus far. and we've still won them. So we beat Arsenal. After that, we had Huddersfield, which was a bit more comfortable, beating them 4-0, like I say, away from home. Leonardo got one, Deschamps got a hat-trick, so that was pretty good for him. He's been a bit concerned about his lack of goals, but every now and again he'll miss a few games and then all of a sudden he'll have a little burst like that. So he did okay there. After that, we faced off away against Everton in the quarter-final. Hlozek scored on the 30-minute, and that was the only goal of that match, which leaves us now in the semi-final against Liverpool. And yeah, I don't expect to get past them, but I'm very happy to get to the semi-final. It certainly fits within our board expectations, but it's a good move. We'll have a look at the FA Cup, because I think I'm still in that. Yes, we haven't played it yet. The third round comes up on Sunday the 4th of January, and we will be at home to Port Vale. So we are favourites for that, so hopefully we should come away with the win. Okay, here we are. It is Oldham away at Tottenham in goal. It's Romero, back four of Henry, Kenner, Worrell and Bogle. Defensive midfield, Glauco. Central midfield, Nkunku and Skip. Right wing, Hlozek. And up front, it's Deschamps and Leonardo. Well, we do have, and that's the other thing, we do have quite a young side. Overall, Worrell obviously is getting on a bit. I think he's 28, maybe 29 now. Bogle is mid-20s, I believe, yeah. But there are a lot of younger players. Actually, no, Rico Henry's in his late 20s too. So, not so bad. But Glauco's young, Skip's young, Kenner's young, Romero's young, Deschamps and Leonardo. They're still young. I mean, Leonardo's now 22. And I think pretty much playing at his full capabilities. Okay, we are off to the dressing room. Encourage the players, give them a bit of a morale boost. That's Richard O'Donnell, my assistant manager. We've got nothing to lose here. Let's show everybody how good we are. And I think that will do. I'm going to see if the assistant wants to add anything. Oh, no pressure on Oliver Skip. And it's kick-off time. Oldham, of course, in the blue with the white shorts, and Tottenham in the white with the blue shorts. And we will go, as always, full match for the first few minutes. And it is Tottenham's kick-off. Traore Akechi. Ooh, tackled, but Vitor finds Maffeo. Cannot get a cross in, and it is a throw-in for Tottenham at the Oldham end. Maffeo with the throw-in. Going to get his cross, and he's offside. Free kick to Oldham. Very slow start. Very, very slow start. We're only a minute in. Kenner with the ball forward. Ooh, Henry and Deschamps keep hold of it. Glauco now on the ball. Finds Skip. Skip puts out wide to Henry. Henry tries to go past his man. Gets tackled. And it's a throw-in now at the Tottenham end for Oldham. Henry to take it. Finds Nkunku, but it's gone over. Oh, cleared only as far as Glauco. Back to Henry. Is he offside? No, he's not. Oh, yes, he was. I thought he was offside. Well, we're not looking half bad. It's very early. Tuanzebe. Bearing in mind, I think Tottenham are top at the moment. In fact, I'm going to pop in and have a wee look at that. Yeah, first in the English Premier Division. This is why we're not expected to win. They've only lost 2 games all season against Liverpool and Arsenal, and drawn 1, which was against Chelsea. Other than that, they have just stormed through. So, I don't think... How do we know? I don't think we've played... Yeah, we did. We lost to them at home. So, yeah. Back to the match. Maffeo up on the wing. Tackled there by Nkunku. I mean, we're doing alright. We're playing well, but... We obviously haven't had any shots on. I don't think they have yet. Vitor with the cross. And oh my goodness. It was off target, but... that was not a bad header. Romero with the goal kick. To Worrell. Skip. Kenner. Out wide. Henry now. Taken down by Vitor. I think I'm going to go on to key highlights. It's a little bit end to end. But I feel like we're doing alright. Oh, cleared. Rafa now on the ball for Tottenham. I wonder if I should actually... play some gegenpress. Oh, Matteo. What happened there? Oh, goodness gracious. Penalty for Tottenham. Rico Henry with the foul. Oh, Couldn't save it, Romero, but that's fine. Sorry, I shouted. Wasn't expecting to do well, but like I say, I'm sad to be 1-0 down to a penalty. Yeah, I don't want to see it again. Show some passion, boys. Oh, Leonardo with the corner. Oh my goodness, he finds Skip, and Skip has scored. That's his first goal of the season. Oliver Skip from the corner, making the most of playing for set pieces. Lovely work from Leonardo. Beautiful corner onto the foot of Skip. Lovely job. We'll take it. 1-1 after 8 minutes. This is why I play for set pieces. This is why it's in my DNA. My manager DNA, my football manager DNA. Traore out wide. Into the middle now. Tottenham coming forward. Come on, Oldham. Oh, cleared from the far post. And oh, that looked a little too close. Hopefully Romero had an eye on it. I don't think anybody's suffering performance-wise. Deschamps is nervous for some reason. Let's go a bit more direct. Sanchez, Nesic, Aouar, Sanchez back out to this guy. Oh, and that's a lovely bit of work, but fortunately we defended well and cut that one out. Let's get creative. Oh, Rafa with a free kick. Oh, Vitor on the ball in the box. Bogle tackles him cleanly this time. Come on, Oldham. It's coming up to half time. Plozik's having a stinker. So's Deschamps. So a few of them are not playing well. I mean, they've had 9 shots, 4 on target to our 3 and 1. 52% of possession. They're definitely having the better of it, but I loved this 1-1. I'll not lie to you. System manager says it's been excellent. We've been a better team. Didn't really help. Deschamps. Go on, prove a point. And I think also, I'm just going to calmly say I'm not happy with your performance, because obviously you're still technically developing, I guess, calmly. I'm not happy with your performance either. Yeah, the defence in all is just, I'm not happy. There you go. That's what we want to see. Fired up and motivated. Okay. We're going into the second half. I'm not making any subs quite yet. We'll see if the shouting at him has helped. Romero with the goal kick. Worrell. I've got a feeling Tottenham are going to come out strong second half. You two are passing it around too much. Henry on the ball. Vitor with the foul. Oh my goodness, he's gone. Vitor has been sent off. And, wowzers. Tottenham is still on attack. Nesic finds Rafa. Henry. Oh, Maffeo. Oh my goodness, that was close. We got away with that one. You know what I'm going to do? This is actually a good time to play more possession-based football. I'm going to keep it balanced though, because they have less people. Let's make them run around a bit more. Throw in for Tottenham. Kane's still there. Oh my goodness. Lovely save from Romero. Lucas Romero. Definitely my signing of the season. Deschamps. Skip. Out wide to Bogle. Pulls it back in for Glauco. He finds Henry on the other wing. Oh, is he going to get the cross? And he does. And oh, Leonardo on the end, but Anana keeps it out. Oh, that was a bit of a dodgy effort there. Glauco finds Skip. Plozek has a go. Skip again. Bogle in the box looking for a cross. Gets it. And Marcus Leonardo scores. It is Tottenham 1, Oldham 2. That's Marcus's 9th goal of the season. That's a cracking result. Bear in mind, Tottenham are top of the Premiership, having lost only 2 games. And we are almost 58 minutes in. Lovely work from the Oldham team. Bogle gets his cross in. And Leonardo First time, puts it in the corner of net. So very, very, very happy with that. That's awesome. Again, not what I was expecting. Don't need to keep seeing it though. Alright, let's get creative, boys. Oh, Tottenham corner. Oh, put over. Like I say, we have been doing better on the set piece front this time. I did say I was going to go through the set pieces. That will probably be in the next episode because that will be the end of the season and you will see how we've done. And another corner from Tottenham going over there. Okay, 70 minutes. Rico Henry's about to have a throw in, but I'm going to have a look at making some subs. Hlozek still hasn't picked his game up. Really, I should have brought Skov Olsen on sooner, but it is what it is. And poor old Deschamps, he's still a bit nervous, so let's bring on Darren Reed, but let's drop Leonardo back. You see, that's the thing about Leonardo, right? I've pretty much trained him to be an advanced forward and, you know, worked on his player traits. Tries tricks, first time shots, etc, etc, places shots, killer balls for his passing ability and stuff like that. But he does play very well as a creative player as well, so it's just that where we don't have a superb goal scorer, he's kind of it. Yeah, why did I show you that? I have no idea why. Leonardo going up front. Yes, and Reed is coming on. Alright, that's my two subs. Do I need to take anybody else off? Worrell's doing alright. He's having a wee bit of a struggle, but I haven't actually got a centre-half on the bench who will come on for him. So yeah, those are your subs. This is Henry's throw-in. But it came to nothing. Glauco and Henry looking exhausted. Well, there's not a lot I can do for you, gents. Bogle is also exhausted. But yeah, Henry and Bogle, fantastic game so far. Skip done fantastically. Bogle free kick. Olsen keeps it in. Leonardo with his second of the game. It is now Tottenham 1, Oldham 3. That's Marcus Leonardo's 10th goal of the season. Bear in mind he only got 14 overall last season. This would be nice for him to get more than that. But oh my goodness, what a result this is against the top team in the Premiership from little old Oldham. Lovely, lovely work. Placed perfectly by Marcus Leonardo. Okay, kick-off for Tottenham. It's 85 minutes. I'm just going to demand more, just to make sure that we keep tight. Rafa there, tackled. Glauco, Skip, Worrell. Rafa on the counter-attack now for Tottenham. Skip takes him down. Williams picks up the ball, however, puts it in, and Kane scores. It's his 50th goal of the season. He's assisted by Brandon Williams there. It is now Tottenham 2, Oldham 3. No. Let us... Ooh, let's not do that. Let's waste as much time as is humanly possible and take that off as well. Early crosses. There we go. Come on, Oldham. Hold on. Let's keep these 3 points. Oh, Skip. Don't get injured. Borkiet will come on in his place. No problems there. Oh. Corner for Tottenham. Rafa to take it. Oh, it's over. That could have been a 93rd, 94th minute equaliser. God, it's gone to 96 minutes. But Oldham have got all 3 points. That's 2 goals from Tottenham, 3 for Oldham. Leonardo getting 2, Oliver Skip getting 1. Harry Kane, obviously still doing alright for Tottenham. He's 32 now. But he never left. In a number of other saves, he's obviously gone to different teams, but he never left Tottenham. In this particular save, he's still there. But we come away with the 3 points. Lovely result. Okay, we're going to come back for a very quick review. As you can see, we're up to 5th. I think that's the highest we've been after 20 games, no less, as well. It's not like, you know, the first 10 games and we're up there. No, 20 games in, we are in 5th. We are in the conversation about the Euro Cup, I would suggest. We're not Champions League conversation yet, because as you can see, but look, we're even with Liverpool on points. So, I mean, that's absolutely phenomenal. They've played 1 game less than us, but we've got only, 4 goals different in goal difference to Liverpool. So, yeah, it's exciting to be that high up. We've had 2 11th place finishes over the last 2 seasons. I'd like to improve on that. I don't see us getting into Europe, but I'd like to see us do a little bit better in domestic competitions. The original plan was obviously to do season-by-season reviews and then live com finals. Obviously, I've gone to a half-season review with a live com game. This is going to be a long episode, because they always are. But like I say, I haven't been playing as much, but I still want to keep you all updated on how we're doing, because, like I say, I'm still wanting to win the Champions League with Oldham. But like I say, I need to keep playing and get through it. So that is the end of the Season 7 Part 1 review. Obviously, once I get to the end of the season, you will see that. You will see all the things that happens, all the awards, all of the good stuff, and we'll probably have a final game in there as well. And obviously, if we get to a final of a cup of some kind, then you'll get to see that too. In the meantime, I've been avoiding relegation. Thank you very much for watching.